How's it going, American truckers? How's everyone out there doing today? Well, is flatbedding hard? It's a question I hear a lot. I've done flatbed, I've done step deck, I've done oversize, I've done heavy haul. Is it harder than regular trucking? Yes and no. Is it hard? Yes and no. Has its things, there's things about it that are harder, and there's things about it that are easier. So I get into what's harder. Tarping. Tarping's probably the hardest thing you do in flatbed. Throwing chains, easy. Straps, even easier. Tarping, the only thing that makes it difficult is getting the tarp up on top of the load, which most shippers will do that for you with the forklift. Most shippers will put the tarp up on top of the load for you. Some shippers even have a tarping machine where you just hook hooks to it, lift it up and pull it over your load and lay it down. But is it hard? No. When I did flatbedding, I seen girls out there doing it. I saw a girl out there doing it one time that she couldn't have been 120 pounds, soaking wet. So that'll tell you right there, it ain't that hard. Do some of the flatbedders like to make you think it is? Well, yeah, it's job security. Keeps you from moving in when they're afraid. And it makes them feel manly, or whatever you want to call it. Is it hard though? No, not at all. Not at all. Not one bit. Melton's got school. It was actually a Melton female that I saw that was probably 120 pounds soaking wet, stretching out tarps. She was up on top of that load throwing them out there. She actually tarped her load down faster than I did. So I mean, that ain't got nothing to do with it. It ain't hard. Not one bit. The easier part to it than other trucking is driving it. Most of the time, if you're running a regular flatbed, the trailer's shorter, makes your turns a little easier. Something that I liked about backing with flatbed is when you get into that 45-degree angle and you look back there, you can see across your trailer, especially if you're empty. You can see across your trailer. So, with a box or a reefer behind you, you can't see that other side. So you try to stay as close as you can to the side that you can see, so that you know you're clear on the other side. Not with a flatbed. With a flatbed, you can see it. It's easy. It's a whole lot easier to back a flatbed than it is to back a box or a reefer. Now, the trailer responds because the trailer is a little shorter, so it'll respond faster. But it's easier. You can see what you got back there. You can, from the cab, you kick the cab a little bit, you can see where the other side is. You don't do a whole lot of backing in flatbed. About the only time you do back up's at a truck stop. Most of the time when you get loaded or unloaded, you're pulling forward. You'll pull into a bay, get loaded. You'll pull into a bay to get unloaded, or you'll pull up on a lot out in an open lot and get loaded or unloaded. Nothing to it. Nothing to it at all. If you're thinking about doing flatbed, there's a few companies out there that train for it. TMC, they're a pretty good one from what I understand. Lone Star, they're a pretty good one from what I understand. Lone Star does some oversized and heavy haul as well. I believe Melton is another one. I believe they train. I'm not 100% certain on that. But you can get online and Google flatbed training companies, and I'm sure 4 or 5 of them will come up. There's a bunch of them around the country. But no people, it is not hard. Not at all. I didn't think so anyway. Years ago, I was a night stalker for Walmart, back when Walmarts weren't 24 hours. That'll tell you how old I am. But night stalking at Walmart was harder than driving flatbed. if that tells you anything. And depending on what department you're night stocking in, it's a whole lot harder. Like I night stocked in chemicals, so I was loading and unloading chemicals and stocking them on shelves and doing that sort of thing. That job was a lot harder than flatbedding, so that'll give you some kind of perspective as to mowing your yard. I hate mowing my yard at home. To me, mowing my yard at home is harder than flatbedding. So that should give you a little bit of perspective of what it's like. In case you're thinking about it, don't let that deter you. It's not that bad. Y'all be safe out there, take care, and try to stay warm. Keep trucking.